Okay, so this is going to be fun. Let's get started. So we need to start off with the phyllo dough. So right now I have the phyllo dough covered with a old damp towel and some wax paper over it so they don't dry out. So you got to keep them covered until you use them. And every time you use them, you're done. You have to put the cover back on so they don't dry out. So this is the phyllo dough that I got. I don't know if you can see it, but they have to be full sheets. Okay, and then you need 1.5 pounds of Crisco butter. Yep, that's what I said, Crisco butter. So this is 3 pounds, so I just took half a container, and then you melt it on the stove. Okay, so you need to have all that stuff ready. And then a pound of walnuts chopped with a 1/4 cup of sugar and a 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So you mix all that up. That's going to be the center of your baklava. And I have some cheat notes here, so pardon me while I do that. 13 by 9 pan, and then I'll go over the syrup later with you. So let's start. Oh, and by the way, this phyllo dough has 20 sheets in it. So basically we're going to do 10 on the bottom, fill it with the nuts, and then 10 on top. And I'll show you how that works. So let me get my melted butter. Okay. So I have in here the melted butter, Crisco butter, and I'm just going to keep that here because we'll be using that a lot. And I'll use a ladle to go with that. All right, so we're going to put a little bit of butter on the bottom, and then we're going to take 2 sheets of phyllo dough. So let's get started with that. Okay, so my mother made this all the time for parties and gatherings. Everyone was always at our house. You name it, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Easter, they were always there. My mother worked so hard. Okay, so now I'm going to grab 2 sheets of phyllo. There's 2 right there. I'm going to lay it like that. All right. You just fold them down just so they fit, because it's just all going to be flaky anyway. So you just lay them in. Okay. And then another butter. Let's get that covered. So that's 2. I'm going to put 2 more down. I'll fast forward this too so it won't be boring. If they rip, that's okay. Just kind of place them in. It's not going to matter when they're all cut up into squares. I know it's a little messy, Mom. I know it's not exactly like you, but nothing ever will be because you're the best. I call her the queen. She's the queen bee. Okay. Oh yeah, she's not going to like this, but maybe I can speed over it and she won't notice. Okay, so then we got 2 more there. All right, and I should be covering up my phyllo dough while I do this. Okay, and my mother's pan is a lot bigger. This is 13 by 9, but I think her pans are almost more like a larger casserole. So, okay, so that's 4. And then this will be 6. And it's almost like it's more than just 2 layers because I'm folding them over. And as I fold them, they're going to have really flaky layers in here. Okay. All right. there that fell off. Let's get 2 more on here. That's 8. I hope so. That's a good layer. Right there. All right, whoops. I'm a novice here, but you know, this really isn't too hard to do if you have everything ready to go. It's all kind of comes together quickly when everything's here. Okay, and these are my last 2 for the half. Okay, all right, so this is half of the phyllo. Okay. All right. She should be really proud of me. Not many of us make it. Some of us do. They're just recipes that have been in the family for years. Okay, so now I'm going to put all the walnuts in. This is really going to be a thick layer of walnuts. And you know, it's a pound of walnuts and a little bit more. It's not exactly just a pound. So, all right, so then let's just finish up with the phyllo. 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 until we are done. Okay, now we're going to cut it, and you can cut it into squares or you can cut it into diamonds, and I think we're going to go with the squares. So let's see how this comes out. So you got to kind of hold it in. Because you got to cut through all those nuts. Okay. I sure hope this comes out good. Especially when you're taking it to someone's house and it's company, you know? What do they say? Never try something new on company? That's what they say. And I'm going to bake this for an hour in the 300-degree oven. And when it comes out, if I can get it on camera, I'll try to pour everything out. But gosh, I hope nothing falls. But that's what we're going to do. And I will be back when it is baked. Okay, it's been an hour and it is done. So, oh my gosh, look, it is so great. The house smells wonderful. So now I have to tip it over and empty the butter out. So I'm gonna give it a try. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna cancel it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this cutting block gently over here, and I'm just gonna do that, hold it in place, and then I'm gonna pour it out as much as I can. And you have to do this when it's still hot. So let's see if this works. Okay, not a lot's coming out. I can try it from this side too. See if that works. Not a lot, that's kind of a good thing. All right. So a lot didn't come out, but so you can see it is golden brown and oh, crispy, wonderful. So get as much of the butter out that you can without destroying the top, and you gotta let this dry cool completely. And once it's cooled, I will take the syrup that I make with sugar and water, and we're gonna put it all over and let it sit. And that's pretty much it. But I will be back. But oh, came out great. Although I noticed my lines were a little crooked. Why didn't you guys tell me I was cutting crooked? But that's okay. It's not gonna matter. I will be back with the sugar later. Okay guys, I poured out all the butter that I could from the pan. I tipped it over, tilted it, poured out some butter like I showed you. And I just want you to just see. Look. Can you hear that crunchiness? You know what that is? That's me having a bite. It's so good. Okay, I just wanted to share that with you. But it's just so beautiful. Crispy. Oh, it's wonderful. So, I'm going to let it cool. And I'll be back with the syrup and then we'll be done. Bye. Okay, so the baklava is cooled down, and in a saucepan I took 1.5 cups of sugar, white sugar, and 3/4 of a cup of water, and you bring that to a rolling boil, and then you shut off the pan, and then you let it cool down a little bit. You can add a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice if you want. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pour this all around, and we're going to just let it go up and down through the cracks. And I've had to call my mother about 3 times in between this filming because I wasn't sure about some things. And, you know, let it cool and then let it sit again in the sugar. And I'm like, geez, Mom, this is taking forever. She's like, what are you going to do? I don't know. Okay, so you pour this all in. It's all going to sit in there. Okay. Oh boy. This is the best kind of gift to bring to a gathering. Who wouldn't love homemade baklava? Seriously. So, this is going to sit for a little while. My mother told me till the morning, and I says, I can't wait that long. So I'm just going to let it sit for about an hour, and then I'm going to come back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I got this dish here for a gift, and I'm going to present the baklava on this platter, and this will also be the gift for the host and the hostess. So I'm going to let this sit, and I will come back, and we'll start to cut and present, and I'll even let you take a little bite. Okay, see you soon. Well, hey there everyone, it's the next morning, and I did listen to my mom, and I did wait for the sugar water to settle in to the baklava all night, and what a difference it makes. The bottom layers are just soaked with the sugar. See if I can get a good, there we go, a little bit better picture. Everything's flaky and layered and just so delicious. And yeah, so this is how I'm going to present things on a platter, and wrap it up with saran wrap, and that'll be my offer to the host and hostess. So anyway, it was fun. I hope that you try it, and just take it easy with the phyllo dough. Keep it under a damp towel. And again, you can see how some of the layers I had put in earlier, you can't even tell that they were folded or cut or messed up because it all comes out really nice. So anyway, have a great day, enjoy, and thanks for watching.